For you, I wish the happiest of holiday seasons in a 2016 that brings you health, wealth, happiness, and wisdom. Personally, I have some big plans, some of which have already been implemented. You may notice a difference in the background of this video. I'm now living in a townhouse in New York City. The last of my 5 children went off to college this past summer, so my wife and I waved goodbye to our home of 26 years in the mountains of the Hudson Valley and moved to the city shortly before Christmas. More important, during the coming year, I am planning to offer an online course about how to prepare for, plan, and prosecute a political campaign. Why? The political process has become too complicated because the people who are in office want it that way. They think by erecting barriers it will discourage others from running and competing in the marketplace of ideas. I want to fix that by making politics easier to understand and making it easier for people to run. The same people who hold office have made it harder to get on the ballot, harder to raise money, and created roadblocks to keep people out. This course will be about empowering you and helping you break down those barriers so that your voice and your ideas can be heard. There's another reason I'm developing this course. I believe all people are born with a purpose, that you are endowed by your Creator with a natural passion and talent to make a difference. You have an obligation to yourself and your Creator to find and fully live your purpose during your time on earth. For you cheat yourself, those you love, and the cause you were born to serve if you don't. Politics can be and should be a noble profession, for it is in the discourse of ideas, the leadership of people unafraid to live their passion, that billions have been lifted from poverty, freed from the yoke of bondage, and offered some measure of the freedom that is the inherent right of all God's children. Some of the topics that we will be covering: Module 1 will cover candidate preparation, how to build a resume that will boost your career, enhance your leadership and people skills, climb the leadership ladder in civic and community organizations, and fill a room with your own magnetic charisma. Yes, you have it. It's there if you'll allow me to pull it out of you. Module 2 will cover the basics of a campaign message, a deep dive into developing a catchy and winning campaign slogan, how to develop and tell your signature story, how to talk about yourself without sounding like a narcissist, clearly communicating your values, how to highlight issue positions that leaves your opponent playing defense, how and when to put a nail in the coffin of your opponent's campaign. In Modules 3, 4, and 5, we'll go deep into the 12 different ways to communicate your message, including your speeches, debate performances, and press conferences, your website, social media, internet ads, television, radio, mail, telephone calls, newspaper ads and flyers, your volunteers, yard signs, and print, television, and radio reporters. Modules 6 and 7 will cover some complicated topics: where to find and how to do first-rate demographic research on your jurisdiction so that you know the market before the fun starts, how to do issue research so that you always sound like you know what you're talking about, constructing a budget so that you don't run out of money, putting together a fundraising plan that will keep you in the black, constructing a first-rate press list, how to find all that you need to know about your opponent, and the complicated task of designing and prosecuting a benchmark survey so that you have a roadmap to victory. I've covered some of these topics in videos that you'll find on my YouTube page. In this course I'm designing, we'll go into them in far greater detail, with study guides, worksheets, and some occasional homework. You'll have this guarantee if you take the course. You'll be light years ahead of where you are today and light years ahead of your opponent the day you begin your campaign. As I mentioned, I'm still putting finishing touches on the course. If you take the time to email me about other topics you'd like me to cover, I'll take the time to include them in the material. Put ideas and suggestions in the subject line and send them to me at j@jtownsend.com. I look forward to hearing from you. I'm Jay Townsend, wishing for you all that you hope to be and become in 2016.